Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosa Psychic Investigator. Guys, I have a new. I got these new lights that are really good for the desk, but I wonder if they're good for the videos. I don't know. They're really bright. You know what? Actually, there was a remote control that came. They had random remote control. Let me see. So, guys, for some reason, sometimes it happens that I use this application. I record the video using my laptop, and an application that comes with a computer called Photo Booth. I use it because I can record a video without internet or with poor internet, which is what I have here. Because if I use Zoom, sometimes it just will sort of stop in the middle. But there's the not bad side of this one is that sometimes, for whatever reason, it doesn't, it's complicated to explain it. It just I clicked on something and then it sort of corrupts the file, so I don't know what it is. So I lost what I had just recorded, and, so I had a vision. I asked what was happening, what had happened. So thank God it was just now, so I can tell you. I'll just repeat it, what I had seen. So the first thing I saw is Trump sitting, and then behind him, there were 2 people with shotguns on like, on the back of his head. One was Putin, and the other was MBS, and they were pushing for this to end. And then in front of him, there was Bibi, and Bibi was the opposite. It's like, "Oh, let's keep going, we're almost there, almost there. Let's go, Trump, let's go, let's go." And then I see Susie Wiles of all people saying, "No, don't do it. We're only losing." I also saw Marco Rubio coming in and saying, "It's not, we have accomplished all we could, and we can't keep going forward. It's only going to lead to worse losses." And then the other thing I saw is that I was talking about this thing I saw, and I honestly don't remember exactly where. This note, it was on Twitter. I don't remember exactly. Did I even take a picture? But it was something like, maybe I can find it. It was something that said something to the effect of Pentagon alerted Trump to like, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. So Trump reportedly paused additional strikes on Iran partly over Pentagon concerns that Tehran was becoming more effective at tracking U.S. air operations and improving its air defenses. And this was May 18th. Today is the 23rd. So my sense here is that they were alerted, like I had seen Hexeth. I just did a video on Tulsi Gabbard, and in that video, I actually talked about Hexeth. He came up, and it showed that he's the one sort of, I think, in a way, willingly showing information about what's going on, okay, to them. Remember the whole Signal Gate thing? I feel like he knew that they had access to those chats, and he was giving very accurate locations, and they were losing troops and something, and I feel like Trump knew about it. And honestly, I think Trump enjoys the fact that we lost a lot of equipment and lost a lot of people for no reason, I think. Okay, and I think not just American soldiers, but others as well. So it's the sense that there's no more, not much further to go. And there's this sense, I mean, this is legit treason. I would talk about it. This is not new for Trump, but something, it just seems remarkable here. Okay, that this is how it happens. And that he stops because, again, 2 of his main people are not, like, I'm not happy at all with the way this is going, people in his own government, and something turns off about Bibi. And I'll read some of the newspaper clippings here. Actually look at what's out here in the press, and it's interesting. Okay, it's interesting here. Okay, so we have Trump says a deal for talks with Iran to end war is near finalization. Framework paves the way to reopen Strait of Hormuz and sets 30 to 60 days to reach a final pact on thorny issues, including Iran's nuclear program. This is now from the New York Times. Iran War Live updates. Trump says peace deal is near. President Trump said Iran and the United States had largely negotiated an agreement pertaining to peace. 3 senior Iranian officials said Tehran had agreed to a memorandum of understanding, but there was no public statement from Iran's government. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman, Ismail Baghai, offered what appeared to be an indirect response on X to Trump's announcement that the two sides were close to a peace deal. The post referred to a 3rd century war between the Roman Empire and Persia, in which the Roman emperor had to come to terms with the Persians. The post appeared to be the only public statement from a senior Iranian official since Trump's announcement, and it did not mention Trump, a deal, or Iran's nuclear program by name. Leaders from Arab and Muslim majority countries told President Trump by phone on Saturday that they support the latest proposal to end the Iran war and urged him to accept it, according to 3 Middle Eastern officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive details. The call included top officials from Qatar, I don't know, the confusion, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Pakistan, and other countries. Okay. Now, interesting here is the part about Bibi, and we'll talk about it too. Mr. Netanyahu set 3 goals at the start of the war: toppling the regime, destroying Iran's nuclear program, and eliminating its missile program. None have been realized. So basically, the article said that you know what, to be honest, let me start. Actually, I missed the headline. Once Trump's co-pilot against Iran, Netanyahu is now a mere passenger, a partner in the war. Israel has been largely left out of the peace tasks, a humbling setback for its prime minister with significant risks for the country. Right? So this is really interesting. And so that's that. So let's now go to questions again. Okay, so now let's do the cards. Okay, so what do the cards say about the reason for Trump to be I'm about to guess. So, all right. So, okay, let's see here. What's going on? Oh, wait. Sir, do you have? Okay. All right. So, let's see. What is the reason? What led Trump to pursue this path? As I have done a video before, but let's see what's going on here. Okay. Interesting. A moon upside down madness. And here, a very opposite logic and facts. And here, people working together, but shady people working together. So that's interesting. It goes with what I had seen, which is that there's a possibility that there is some things happening. Like I think, like I said, there's something about Trump being like, wait, am I recording after this? Knowing that American troops are being lost, and he's sort of happy about it, honestly. And the Pentagon raised a red alert about it. Okay, here is something foreign, shady, something foreign influencing payments. That's it, of course. Bank accounts. Thoughts, now it's interesting. Thoughts is something, the content of what's concerning somebody, or he's worried about payments. Honestly, I wondered, we'll see if the cards talk about it, but about the how much he has profited from the oil prices, right? And manipulating the oil prices. So, let's see. This is private. Interesting. Again, letter right here is, like as I was saying, private information intercepted Okay, possibly. Here, yes, something comes out, something big is recognized. As I said before, there was a tidbit about the Pentagon recognizing that there was something concerning about how they were able to target these American airplanes, right? Okay, big prize upside down. Here is the enemy. Again, interesting. Trip, like foreign. So obviously this is a foreign war, but I think there's something other countries influencing this. Okay. All right, so here, those are some more Normans. And okay, so all right, so the war. Okay, now interesting again. This is a card of the worry, though he's worried about the recognition of something of the shady people working together, or like it being discovered. And here's the madness versus the objectivity, discovery of financial issues. Here, there's a letter be intercepted with the enemy. Okay, here is. Oh, guys, remember. Oh my God, never forget. I've done videos about this. Remember how Trump. Oh my God, that's it. That's it. Guys, it's just the level of corruption is so big and there's so much going on. But I've done videos about this, right? How when we had the case of Jack Smith, one of the things that Trump stole was related to American plans to attack Iran. And I did I don't know how you could look it up, probably a huge video about Iran and how this was something that he had, and he probably passed it on to Putin, right? Because that's like essentially that there was information. And there was even a book in the video I did a few months ago. I cited even a book by one of the people. Is in Matthews. Remember, there was a guy in the House. I think it was one of his allies that talked about it being related to Iran. So here we have the discovery of information, intercepted information, right? That suggests that they may have had this information from before. They had our plans. Mountain blocking. Now this could be his preference, the beginning, but it doesn't have to be children. Truly, something is blocked. Whip disagreements, fighting. So there's a blockage of something. Delay or blockage. Oh, that's right. New development, delay in the fighting. Okay, because there's here information about money related to. Guys, it could even be the thing about these documents. The document is Jack Smith has information, right? Come on, like really, for reals. This is a thing. So they had the plans. They had the American plans of attacking Iran. So they were prepared. Of course they were, right? So that makes a lot of sense actually. Whenever people say, "Oh, why do you use the cards?" So wow. So and as I'm telling you this, I'm remembering something I just read on Twitter. It said something like, maybe Trump is saying this because something big is about to come, something negative is coming out, and he needs to get ahead of the story. Okay. So now this is a very important part, which is this thing that just came up, that apparently Trump has, like, according to the reading I just did, right? So I want more information on it. There was information intercepted that has to do with one, payments, and two, enemy plans. Okay, so tell me more. What is it? Well, it shows me the Pentagon showing him information they have and that they can't go on. They can't go on. And it's saying, in addition to, of course, the opposition from all those people, Putin and the Saudis. So, wow, okay, so who has this? Oh, see, the Pentagon. And I see that he's just suddenly like, okay, almost like a button turns on. Like, oh no, treason is bad. I can't. It's one of the things I can't get away with that much. Like, you know how they're just so careless with their, the whole like, you know, The whole, okay, stock trading, whatever, right? The money part, they're just so shameless. But something in him, in his brain, is aware that in fact treason is bad. So, okay, so let's go here, see what the cards have to say about that. Okay, family, happy family, heartbreak. Something and this dense energy. Okay, let's see. A letter, that's right. Friend. Important. Oh, is it Al? Could it be our allies? Now here, family. I mean, it could be his family, but it could be our population in some ways. If you think of the concept of family, but let's see. Okay, constellation. I feel like I just saw this card, huh? That's right. Wait. Oh, but there's another one with the small Italian cards, right? But I separated it, so it can't be. Okay, so the prize is far away from him. He can't get the prize. Okay, melancholy. It's weird because I don't feel like, okay, here, military, right? This is decisive action and very important key, something important. It's important information related to the military, okay? Now let's see here. Okay, and then we have the German cards. Okay, here, the old, interesting. This is the old lady, but also tradition, something, or someone who doesn't want to change their mind. Okay, this is the merchant, right? Gift, to me, this is bribery. It's interesting. Now, I've learned of this card as I knew this card, of course, but in the context of all the stuff I'm looking at there, I start to see it as a card that suggests, like, really, somebody received these jewels and such. It's essentially bribery, okay? Okay, here is the woman, okay? Woman. Now, interesting, this is a card of could be SEX activity, or I just looked to make sure there wasn't, anything that Google could say, not Google, YouTube could say, oh, look, there's nudity. It's not nudity, okay? So, okay, or pause. This could be both pause or SCX, the White House. So, woman, let's see one more about them. Oh, okay, happiness deal. I wonder, oh, you know what? Interesting. Could it be Tulsi? I don't know that it's Tulsi, but. So again, the family letter, upsetting. They can't get the prize. Okay, let me actually one more here of the, okay, wow, desperation, interesting. So this could even be, is that his old-fashioned values? Like it could, honestly, in some ways, I know it's weird to say that the EPS class thing, because it's sort of the keeper of the old school values when it's upside down, right? Desperation here, heartbreak of our allies. Because honestly, I don't think Trump has a heart, like he has, I don't think he's capable of feeling emotions like this. So, heartbreak of our allies, sadness, merchant, pause. Okay, strong, important information about the military, gifts to the White House, right? So, okay, interesting, okay. So tell me more about this the dog, the good person. Who discovered this information? Who has it, and what are they doing about it? I guess it's the military, but it looks like it's the military, but I want more. Right? How is this information going to come out? Tell me more about the information. Okay, here is money or person with money. Wow, painful ending. Okay, moving on to restoring. Could be a lot of things. Okay. Doctor is somebody who gave advice. Young woman, inexperienced, could also be the EPS, right? Okay, fortune. Again, guys, this thing has two cards for children. The child, the man, money. I'm just gonna have more cards for because it's just so it's not okay. News, something new. Yeah, it's coming into the news. clarity about it. So, okay. Okay, the servant. Surprise. There's a surprise here. Okay, okay, servant. All these servant, interesting. I wonder if somebody within his camp, okay, it shows me somebody that may work for him even to have access to this information and to have share this. And he seems to be really scared. It's interesting. Concern. Again, gift the bribery. Meetings. Somebody who was present in the meeting. Let's see, fortune, lots of money. So what is it? What is exactly this? Oh, it's interesting. I even see the Saudis maybe having something on it. Say, I know who owns that stuff. And I know where it came from, where they got it from. Interesting. Yeah. Also, something interesting. I think they're complaining also about Jared. They're like being more hardcore against him. I think the Saudis, I don't think separate from the Russians in a way, but I think they're running out of. I see also that Putin is putting pressure on him because he has info on him, right? So it's really a lot of pressure on him because those people are not happy, all right? And there is also pressure. They're giving a message about Jared. So interesting. And what about Bibi? I mean, clearly when I talked about it earlier at the introduction, that Bibi was sidelined. Is he going to do something? Because it was always weird how they were able to just basically dominate everything. How did they sideline Bibi? I mean, Bibi is clever, right? What happened? Yeah, interesting. So it showed me that both the Saudis and Putin, they have cash. It's related to money, and that Bibi doesn't. I mean, they have Mariam, whatever, right? But the amount of money that I think nobody has given as much money to him as the Saudis, even though he's getting a lot of cash from these corrupt deals in the U.S. as far as foreigners. A lot of money, and they're like reminding him, they're like, bitch, I own you. Okay, get it together. And so it's like money is something that triggers him and makes him turn off. So, but is Bibi Bibi is like, try to save face now. And what's gonna happen to the war now? Yeah, I see, and it's reminded me of something I've seen before, that Bibi has to backtrack, and the army may have to leave Lebanon. It's just the Israeli army is just like having to walk backwards, but not looking back, kind of like, well, okay, no, I'm just walking back. Fine, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Are they going to try? Because they could try to do, but I say, no, this time is different. Why is it different? It's different. They can't do it. They're losing ammunition. It's saying they don't have enough. And I see there's something about the Pentagon stopping something specific that has to do with Israel, or something they would provide to Israel, that without it the war can't really go on. So they may not be able to. So it's saying, yes, it looks like it's going to last, this peace thing, whatever that is, at least. And it's saying definitely changes the power structure in Israel. Okay, here, a devil exposed. Interesting. Wow. Okay, can't do anything. All right. Okay, here is quid pro quo. Okay, this light, is it good? I wonder, maybe it's very good for, like I said, the computer. Now, you remember transmission about the child loyalty. That could it be EPS or his own kids? Okay, the Lord. Okay, I wonder if it could be Witkoff or Jared. Exposure of the game, the devil exposed here. Let's see, here we have, okay, false person, that's right, accurate. Man, foreign, let's see here, go to here. So the thoughts and the things, the content of it, important, or what he's thinking about. Again, the dog has been very prominent here, the dog. Friend or ally, desperation, interesting, upside down, could be an ally. Enemy, Foreign enemy. Okay, that's right. He owes money. That's right. To this foreign enemy person. And that's what this was about. That's what it's saying. That's what's relevant. Again, see, interesting. I like these repetitions. The thinker and the thoughts. So, and also this card is about strategy in a way. Losses. Thought. Okay. Oh, melancholy. Again, very sad, very upsetting. Disheartening, the discovery here. So, it's the allies. And I honestly think that it's not necessarily related to Israel. It's just about this payment thing. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, how does this end? I mean, I know this was like, is this the end? How does this end? So, just the last question for tonight. How does this end? Is that material enough to push for Trash's ending? Because it really does look like whatever is in it, this information seems to be very damaging for Trump, and he's being like moved to. It's like he's under a lot of pressure, and he's quick to comply. So, what's gonna be the consequences for him? And is this the end? Right? Okay. So let's see. Let me just do the vision. So what? Yeah. See, his head is cut. It's saying proof of treason for some reason. And by the way, guys, it's very hard to tell what exactly will take him down, but it's saying there's a lot of evidence. And I see again the allies have something on him, and everybody's tired of what's going on. So whoever has the information is sharing it. Okay, so it shows me the head cut. It's saying treason seems to be the only thing that may have consequences. And it's saying it's something, it is not exactly the thing about the election, but it may be related to it. So again, the question is that the thing that takes him down? Because we're all exhausted from this thing. Okay. All right, let's see. Is this asserting himself? Somebody, magician, resources. Okay. A woman. Quartz. Sad news. One more here. Okay, the man with money. Donor. Some kind. Lord upside down. Oh wow, this is a card. The death card in the Italian system is a definite ending. Now this is pride or falseness, right? Change. Snake is the spy. Okay, in this context. Fox, treachery. Changes because of this treacherous spy. And this is also facade. It does not have to be necessarily private. Facade. Private. Private. Young woman now again. In a weird way, I don't know necessarily that it has to do with the EPA. Is it let's see, actually. The doctor. So the advisor. Private advisor or the woman. You know what? I wonder. How there's this. I haven't done a video about this, by the way. There's this younger woman who was there. Oh, well, look, disgrace. That's it. And she apparently writes his social media posts and everything. I wonder if somebody, you know what, is that this two cards are great. Total disgrace, total ending. Something magical happened. The spy also could be somebody who lacks experience, which is pretty much everybody in the entire administration. So, sad news about our resources and treachery. Also could be the advisors, right? It's true. So which one is it? It's saying the evidence is just overwhelming. But again, guys, I don't want to, I'm almost don't want to give you hope. We just want to see it when we just want to, I don't want to be like, oh, it's that one thing. It's saying that there's like a this feels to me like a huge snowball effect that is, threatening to take him down. So, but we have to wait and see. This is going to come out, he's saying. Okay? All right. So thank you for watching. Love you guys. Have a good night.